I've lost over 20 pounds eating one meal a day. And in the past, I've been able to get down to that single-digit body fat while on this diet. Today, I thought it'd be fun to show you guys what I eat in a week and highlight some of the pros and cons of this diet because yes, it's effective and it works, but it's definitely not for everyone. Disclaimer, I'm not a doctor or licensed nutritionist. Always check with a healthcare professional before starting any diet. I'm just a dude on the internet sharing my personal experience. Now let's move on to day one of eating. For today's meal, we are having an entire chicken from a place called Señor Pollo. It's like Pollo Loco. And a salad from Cafe Rio. There's a lot of food. That was good. I finished my entire salad and about half the chicken, maybe 3/4 of the chicken. That was a lot of chicken. But my God, was it good. I'll also be having this guy right here. My first and favorite pro about eating this way is how it simplifies my day and saves me so much time. Let's think about this. How much time do you spend not only eating, but planning your meals, prepping them, cooking them, cleaning up afterward? Let's be conservative and maybe say 30 minutes per meal. If you eat the standard 3 meals a day, cutting out 2 of those gives you an extra hour every single day. Every 24 days, you pretty much just made up a whole extra day. I myself was mind blown when I realized I was spending over an hour on most meals, including the ones where I'm going out to eat. I mean, driving there, sitting, waiting, all that stuff was costing me so much time that I didn't even realize I had. I mean, who doesn't want more free time to do whatever it is they need or want to do? Like get more work done, spend time with family, or even just rest and relax. I know I can never find enough time to do everything it is I want to do during the day, and so for me, making this lifestyle change, 100% worth it. Now on the flip side, eating this way does have a big con, which I believe is a con in the average American diet anyways, but that is, eating this way could lead to nutritional deficiencies. Most people don't eat a variety of healthy nutritional foods as it is, but while eating 1 meal a day, you get less variety, which could lead to potential problems with micronutrients, even macronutrients if you're not careful. But that's why I like to supplement. You guys have seen that I've taken all kinds of multivitamins in the past, like Ritual, one of my favorites. I'm on a little bit of a budget though, so this month I'm using adult multivitamin from Kirkland. You can't really go wrong with a multivitamin in any diet. Micronutrients are a must, you gotta be aware of those. And you also wanna have a fish oil. Oh my gosh, this has helped my joints out so much. The omega-3s are hard to get in every diet as well, and so always gotta supplement with this. And you can't forget about my probiotic, Live It Up. It's also got some micronutrients in it as well. But probiotics, underrated and slept on. The way they help your gut and how much your gut and microbiome in your stomach has to do with overall health. The way it can help your joints, reduce inflammation is a must. Heavily underrated and slept on. Remember, I'm not a doctor or nutritionist, so always check with them first, but I could recommend these and feel pretty good about it. I mean, it's just the basics, especially if you're in any sort of caloric deficit. You're purposely starving your body of macronutrients as it is, but it doesn't mean you have to starve them of micronutrients. Alright, day 2 of eating, and on this day I had some chicken wings. Delicious. Up next we got the salad. Amazing as well. And last but not least, we got the sandwich. So good. But there's one problem. I'm still hungry. What the? I guess some of the kids' leftovers will do. That wasn't enough. I'm gonna go ahead and kill another one's leftovers. Are you done with this? Yeah, I'm done. Oh, I'll kill this too. Thank you. Now we're dogging. I think that finally hit the spot. Oh, this food was good. This place is bomb. My next pro is caloric restriction. Naturally, people will eat less if they're only sitting down to do it once, and this can lead to steady and sustainable weight loss without having to do all that tracking. I did the whole weighing my food and tracking every single gram I'm putting into my body for years, and it works, don't get me wrong. I think for beginners, that is one of the best ways to lose weight, calories in, calories out, and really understanding what you're putting in your body and how many calories it has. But damn, does it take so much extra time. 15 minutes at least per meal if you're cooking them by yourself. Now this same pro can also be a con for people who already have a hard time getting in calories as it is. This can lead to chronic undereating and get you malnourished, and so I definitely wouldn't recommend it for those people. Even people who just seem to have a smaller stomach capacity and get full really quicker, so they end up needing to eat maybe 6 meals or just have 3 smaller meals. Wouldn't recommend it for those people because you really got to be able to eat a lot to get what your body needs in one sitting. Pretty much, if you're a fatty at heart like me who can eat everything in sight every time they sit down, this is for you, alright? Maybe eating less often is what you need, which is what I know I need because I can gain weight relatively quickly if I don't watch it. Day 3, we stopped by a sushi restaurant and I started with a cucumber salad. I can never remake this as good. A whole buttload of veggies. 3 spicy tuna rolls. This plate is bigger than my head. 3 California rolls. So good. And I think that should be good. Absolutely devoured this food. Alright. Just got a lot of work done. No, I didn't. I'm just doing it for the clip. But speaking of work, one pro that I didn't expect when I first started eating this way was the mental clarity and focus I got from eating just once a day. A lot of people who do OMAD, which is short for 1 meal a day, report sharper focus and improved mental clarity. That's something that happens to me on a daily basis. I notice every time I eat, I become so hazy and foggy. And the few times I've decided not to eat this way throughout the last few years, I've noticed I'm just lazier. I'm not as sharp. I'm not running off of like an adrenaline feeling that being fasted gives me. From the limited research I've done over the years, I've come to the conclusion that this comes from less blood sugar crashes, which means less like eating and then having high blood sugar and then it coming down, which is what causes that feeling of like lethargy, and less time spent digesting food, which takes up quite a bit of energy. All your blood goes down there for a while and really starts digesting that stuff, and so that's been a huge pro. I did not expect that, and it's helped me be more productive in a lot of ways. Now I want to take a second to talk about something that's really important to me, which is mental clarity, but on a deeper level. I grew up in a Hispanic household, and like a lot of us, I was taught that being strong meant keeping things to yourself, especially as a man. Therapy wasn't something we really talked about, and you just kind of handled it. You toughed things out. Over time, I've learned that silence isn't strength, it's weight. And carrying all that weight alone only makes it heavier. That's why I'm partnering with BetterHelp during their Strong Enough to Ask campaign during Men's Mental Health Month. This campaign is all about challenging the outdated idea that men have to go through things alone. Because strength, real strength, is being honest about what you're carrying and taking the steps to work through it. BetterHelp makes that first step easier. It's online, it's flexible, and you can get matched with a licensed therapist in just a few days. Whether you prefer video, phone, or even messaging, it's therapy on your terms. I've done a lot of therapy in my life, and I can say from experience that it changes everything. It gives you the tools, perspective, and space to actually deal with what's going on the inside instead of just stuffing it down. If you've been feeling a little off, overwhelmed, or even just curious about therapy, BetterHelp is a great place to start. I'll leave a link in my description down below for 10% off your first month. And remember, you're not weak for asking for help. You're strong enough to ask for help. I know that helps me sometimes when I'm feeling like I don't want to get vulnerable. Day 4, and I stopped by a little barbecue spot for my meal. I got myself some barbecue chicken wings, a gyro sandwich. Also, I stopped by a grocery store to get myself some lettuce. Gotta stay healthy when we can. The wings were decent, I liked them, but Addie wasn't feeling her barbecue pork sandwich at all. Pretty good. What? So we ended up switching sandwiches, and I was actually glad because I wasn't really into the gyro. I feel like I missed out.
Oh, you want to switch?
Yeah, I'm down. Alright. Woo! Be careful or don't step on the rope. Well, that was so cool. But let's talk about con number 3, which is low energy or mood swings. This again is another con that can happen with any sort of caloric deficit. And it's because when you have less calories, you have less energy to fuel your day. I remember when I first started, I had a little bit of a problem with this. I would feel really fatigued, irritated, and sometimes even lightheaded. But I was able to mitigate this in 2 ways. Way number 1, I just didn't take the fasting part too seriously. If I needed a snack one day, an apple and protein bar isn't gonna kill me, and it's not gonna derail all my progress. Some days, I'll even throw in an extra meal. Like when I was in Montana, I had that sandwich, lettuce, salad, and chips. It still wasn't enough. Well, my 1 meal a day wasn't enough today, but that happens from time to time. Way number 2, which is something I do much more commonly now is that if I feel the early signs of like lower energy and stuff, what I'll do is just wait till dinner and have a more calorie dense meal, like some fries and burgers, something more heavy to sustain more energy throughout the next few days. But yeah, this isn't really a con for me anymore. I don't take the fasting too seriously. If I need to once or twice a week, I will eat a snack here and there. It's okay, it's not gonna kill you. And as long as you're being consistent majority of the time, you're gonna reap all the benefits. On day 5, Addie and I went out to eat, and I started with a plate of chicken wings and some veggies. After that, I had a Cobb salad, which was really, really good, and then I finished it off with a turkey sandwich. While I hit this next set, let's talk about another con, which is the risk of muscle loss. But yes, fasting for extended period of times can lead to muscle breakdown, which is, again, something that happens in a deficit as well, and in diets where you're not eating enough calories. To counteract this, you're gonna wanna continue strength training, but most importantly, you're gonna wanna get enough protein in your meals so that your body can preserve its muscle. Carbs do this too, fats do this too. When you're in a diet in deficit, you're gonna lose muscle no matter what with your fat. But you're not gonna shrivel up like a raisin because you're fasting. As a matter of fact, I gained weight while fasting. Those before pictures you saw, we're all still eating only one meal a day. I still gained weight, I probably gained some muscle with it. It just goes back to the basics. Calories in, calories out. You can and will build more muscle while fasting. It's just not optimal. It's not the best way of doing it. If you're trying to absolutely maximize every ounce of muscle, you're gonna wanna eat like 6 meals a day. That's what the pro bodybuilders do. And to me, I value my time more than that. But yes, this can lead to a little bit more muscle breakdown during fasting periods, but nothing, it's so minuscule, unless you're doing it very wrong, that it's nothing to worry about at all. Whew. Absolutely nothing beats the pump of a good chest day. I mean, look at that. My muscles just look so much fuller. It's insane how getting them pumped makes such a big difference. I look way bigger than I did this morning. What the Phenomenal workout. But let's move on to pro number 4, which is reduced insulin sensitivity. Fasting all day, what it does is helps your body not have as many insulin spikes and can actually help your body process sugar more efficiently, which can lead to a decreased risk of type 2 diabetes. Wait, hold on. I think I said reduced insulin sensitivity, which I meant improved insulin sensitivity. Reduced wouldn't be a good thing. That's when your body can't store it, and that'll lead to diabetes. But anyways, yeah, improved insulin sensitivity. It's good. It's a good thing. Granted, eating healthier will improve your insulin sensitivity as well. Just eating less high sugar foods can mitigate this risk just as much, if not more. So I guess I shouldn't have used this one. Maybe, I think pro number 4 should be the fact that I get to eat more foods that I like and actually crave, like hamburgers, fries, chips. You guys have seen me, ice cream. I get to eat more of that while staying leaner, and so that should be my real pro. That's my real pro number 4. Day 6, I treated myself to a big old bowl of boom bouet, stacked to the brim with cabbage and sprouts, and it definitely hit the spot. You know it's good when there's absolutely nothing left. Look at that. That was bomb. I'm ready for dessert. For dessert, I decided to have a couple of different ice creams because I wanted to try them all. Here comes our last meal of the week. But before we get into it, let's talk about con number 5, which is digestive discomfort. This isn't something I struggle with in particular, but I have seen a lot of other people who eat a large meal at once, especially if their body's not used to it. They get nauseous, heavy bloating, and even acid reflux. So ease into this if you're deciding to do it. Don't just instantly start doing 1 meal a day. Maybe try 2 meals and a couple snacks. A few days later, try 1 meal and a couple snacks, and work your way up to it. You will feel a little hungry at first, but if you keep yourself busy, you kind of stop feeling that intense hunger, that growling that I used to experience often. I don't get that anymore. As a matter of fact, there have been days where I'm like, oh crap, I haven't eaten today, and it's like 11 p.m. Today is actually one of those days, 10 p.m. But yeah, I just kind of feel in other ways. Like right now I feel a little bit fatigued. I'm ready to get some calories in me. And now that I have my food in front of me, I'm finally beginning to get hungry. That's common. I don't really think about food as much, which is nice. Huge plus, because it used to be all I thought about on other diets. And for my last pro, eating once a day and fasting helps promote autophagy, which is your body's natural cell repair and cleanup process. This promotes longevity by having your cells repair better and more efficiently. And on top of that, it helps reduce inflammation. A massive reason why a lot of other people follow the OMAD diet. But me personally, I do it more for every other reason I listed, like having more time. That's the biggest one for me. I'm sure older me is really gonna appreciate those long-term benefits in the future, but younger me is a little too short-minded for that. I care more about the staying sharp, focused, getting to eat what I want, and every other reason I explained. So for our last and final day 7 meal, we are having Addie's legendary meatball soup with broccoli and cabbage to start. Sometimes I finish with just this, but today's feeling like I'm just gonna start with this. I'm gonna take my shirt off so I don't make a mess all over myself, but I did wanna say, just so you guys don't feel like you're being lied to, that the meals you guys saw me eat during this video, I didn't actually eat this week. I just ate throughout the times I recorded it. I didn't have the foresight to actually record this whole last week, but what you guys saw is literally exactly what I do all the time. Some days I eat healthier, some days I eat more junk, some days I have less food, some days I have more food. But I do usually have a lot of soups. So yeah, don't hate me. I'm not lying to you. This is literally how I live my life. Devoured. So good. And he also made some crock-pot chicken right here that I'm gonna be having with this plate of lettuce. Oh, look at these toppings. Black beans, rice, corn, salsa. Oh, I'm gonna power through this so that I can have some dessert afterward too. 10 out of 10. That was bomb. Alright, let's wrap up this video with some dessert. Today I'm not feeling like anything super sugary. Sometimes I'll do fruit or like ice cream or whatever's around. Today though, I'm feeling like having some protein bars. 10 out of 10, and it helps me get more protein in. Anyways, I'm gonna have this last protein bar, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope it was interesting to see what it is I eat in a week and why I do it. I know for a lot of people it sounds foreign and crazy, like what? Only eating once, you're starving yourself, isn't that too much? No, for me, the pros outweigh the cons, and I actually even had to make up some cons that other people experience because I myself don't experience them, which is why this diet is so good for me, but I can't recommend to everybody. I'll catch you next one though. Peace!